Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a super quick, simple, sexy, grungy, smoky eye. This is it here, and I'm going to show you how I achieved it. As you can see, I already have my base completely done. On my eyes I have a little bit of foundation, which you can see would have creased by now, so I'm just going to blend that out. I'm then going to take the NARS Translucent Light Reflecting Setting Powder. This is a loose powder. And I'm going to apply this all over my eyes, and I'm using a Zoeva Luxe Crease Brush for this. This is by far one of the most important steps for a smoky eye, because if you have a sticky eye base, then nothing is going to blend nicely at all. I'm also going to apply this underneath my eyes to make that easier to blend as well. Today I'm going to add a really light transition shade, and I'm going to use Cream Brulee by Makeup Geek, and I'm using the same Zoeva brush. And I'm just going to apply that really lightly in my crease area. Now this little baby right here is what makes this so easy. This is the Estee Lauder Magic Smoky Powder Shadow Stick. So this is not creamy whatsoever. It's literally like a pencil. I'm just going to go straight onto my eyelid with this. And then I'm going to blend the edges. I find that this pencil does blend easier than a creamy eye in this circumstance, but if you feel more comfortable using something creamier, then go for it. Would you look at that? I'm then going to build up the colour so it's a little darker, and then blending that out. And I'm also creating a shape at this point, although I'm kind of just sticking with my natural curves of my eyes. I'm not trying to change the shape too much. I'm using a slightly smaller brush to blend the inner area. This is another Zoeva, and it's a Luxe Petite Crease Brush, and I just use that in this part here, just so I don't move the eyeshadow and, you know, change the shape too much. See how easy that is? Now the pencil's going to go underneath our eyes. And I'm using a Zoeva Petite Eye Blender Brush to blend this out. I find that this pencil has less fallout than a black eyeshadow, which is particularly helpful if you do your base first, like I have today. If you want to, you can pick up a little bit of that transition shade that we first started with, and you can add that to blend it out even more. How low you take this is totally personal preference. I like my smoky eye to be a little grungy, so I take it a bit lower. I also just follow the kind of natural shape of my eye for this, but if you have particularly round eyes and you want them to look a little more winged out or a little straighter, then add a little bit of a lower smoky area here, then go a little thinner in the middle of your eye, and then again make it a little lower on the inner corner, and that will kind of draw your eyes out a little bit more. Now I'm going to grab a black pencil. I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs Highliner in the shade Blacker. You can use any black pencil for this. I really like this creamy one because then I can smudge it along my lash line a little bit, but you could also use a gel liner for this if you prefer. Whoops. I'm firstly going to add this to the inner waterline of my eyes all around, top and bottom. I'm now going to take the Zoeva Detail Shader Brush, and I'm going to grab a little bit of the highliner on there, and I'm just going to blend that into my lash line just to add that bit of darkness there. And I'm also just going to make sure that that bottom eyeliner is well blended too. Find the highest point of your eyelid and from that point outwards, thicken the lash line and the liner up there and make it thinner from that point inwards, and that's what creates that beautiful cat eye kind of shape. I'm now going to clean up underneath my eyes and then I'm going to do lashes. For mascara, I'm going to use the Tarte Tartiste mascara. This is actually my first time using this one, so I'm excited to see how I feel about it. Oh, dang. That is a good mascara. I was actually going to add a full set of falsies, but I kind of don't feel like I need it with this mascara on. If you wanted to go full glam, you definitely could add some false lashes. So I think I might just finish up with some highlighting. I'm going to use the shade Shimmer Shimmer, also from Makeup Geek. And this is a Zoeva Luxe pencil brush. Just going to pop that on the tear ducts. And that's it. That is the smoky eye complete. I really hope you enjoyed this quick toot, and if you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you very soon in another video.